Hey, how's it going everyone? MLT Magic Tricks here. So in this video, I'm going to be revealing David Blaine's card trick that he performed on LeBron James and Anthony Davis. This trick aired on David Blaine's Magic special called The Magic Way. I will be leaving the link in the description to the video of the performance if you guys want to check that out. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down how the card trick works and essentially teaching you how to do it. So make sure you stick around for this one. But before we get into the tutorial, if you are new here to the channel, make sure you subscribe with those post notifications on for more magic content like this. And also check out the link in the description to my Amazon page, where I have a collection of all the decks I use in my videos, along with a variety of magic tricks and accessories. But anyways, guys, let's get right into how to perform this card trick. Okay, so if you haven't seen the performance, just a really quick summary of the effect of this card trick. It basically involves your spectator choosing a card. You take that card, you place it in the deck, and then the deck basically shrinks in front of their eyes. So there's only 13 cards from one suit that they chose, plus their selection. And it just has a very impossible effect. It will blow the minds of everyone you perform it to, and I'm going to teach you how to do it right now. So what you're going to do for this trick is take your deck of cards, and you're going to remove all cards from one suit in the deck. So I took out all the diamonds. This is 13 cards right here. The 13 diamonds, these can be in any order you want to. It does not matter. I'm just using diamonds because that is what David Blaine used in the video. And you guys can choose any suit from the deck: diamonds, hearts, clubs, or spades. You're going to take these cards, and you're going to simply place this pack right on top of the deck. And the remaining cards can be in any order. It does not matter, as long as you have this suit of cards right on top of the deck. You're going to go up to your spectator with this setup, and what you're going to want to do is go up to your spectator with a break actually below the 13 cards, because you're going to have your spectator choose a card from the deck, but it cannot be one of the cards from your setup pack right here on top. So what you're going to do is you're going to go up to your spectator with a pinky break below the 13 cards, and then you're going to kind of put your index finger in here as you're spreading them out and kind of keep track. And you can just place your index finger right on the last card in the setup pack there on top. You're going to have your spectator choose a card from the middle, force them to choose one from the bottom portion of cards, all the cards below the top pack, because if they choose one, the trick won't work. So they choose a card, and you're just going to have your spectator look at the card, and as they are looking at the card, and as you're squaring up the deck, you're going to want to get that pinky break right here below the 13 cards. So essentially, this is what David Blaine did here. He had Anthony Davis choose a card. I believe it was also a heart, a card with a suit as a heart. You're going to have your spectator look at the card, and while they're looking at it, this is what you're going to be doing with the deck. You are going to take the cards from below the break, and you're going to ditch these cards in your pocket. This trick works best if you are obviously wearing pants with a pocket, and it works even better if you're wearing a hoodie that has kind of that open pocket there that's easily accessible, because this move has to be quick. You're going to ditch the bottom portion of cards, and then the only cards that are going to be in play are the cards from the same suit, in this case all the diamonds. This pack of cards here goes in your pocket. And obviously in the video, David Blaine had plenty of time to do this, because after Anthony Davis chose the card and he went into another room with LeBron to sign the card, so David Blaine had plenty of time to do this. This was not caught on camera. So at this point, once you have ditched this bottom portion of cards here in your pocket, you're left with 13 cards here, all from the same suit. Now you're probably thinking, this obviously looks like a super small portion of cards. How did David Blaine make it appear as he had an entire deck here when Anthony Davis brought the card back into play? So this is the move that you're going to be doing while your spectator is looking at the card. And honestly, it works best if you have them sign it as well, because you do need to buy some time here while you're getting this pack of cards set up. So it's all obviously going to be very quick. From the point your spectator chooses the card, you immediately ditch this pack right the rest of the cards in your pocket, except the 13. You have these in play. And the move you're going to do is applying pressure with your forefingers on the top, thumb on the bottom, and you're going to apply pressure downwards, and then you're going to use your index finger to push inwards a little bit like this, so you create separation between the cards. And then as you can see here, I have little gaps in between each card. And from a certain angle, kind of like this, you're going to be pointing the cards. Pretend my spectator's here. You're going to be pointing the cards downward at them. So it's going to appear that you have an entire deck, but in reality, you only have 13 cards. Now, guys, if you are performing this trick yourself, you do need to do this quick. You need to practice it, because when you're performing it to a spectator or a group of spectators preferably, you're not going to have much time. But in the case of David Blaine performing it, he did have quite a bit of time, since they went into another room to sign the card. But that's not going to happen all the time. So you need to get in this position here. Remember, you're applying pressure inwards, basically, like this. You're getting the separation, and it looks the best. You can make it the most realistic if you fan out the cards here and you kind of grab it from the bottom like this. And remember, guys, if you angle this directly at your spectator, they are going to see the big gaps here and they will get suspicious and they'll call you out. So the angles are extremely important in this trick. It's best to kind of hold the cards downward like this, because the small portion, that's going to be facing towards you. Your spectator's not going to see that. So make sure you are careful of the angles in this card trick. At this point, once you have got into this position, you're going to tell your spectator, okay, memorize your card, and we're going to go ahead and place it in the deck. Your spectator should think you have an entire deck of cards right here in your hand. You're going to place the card in the middle, but in reality, you're only placing it in the pack of 13. The card goes in, and you're ready to move on with the trick. But just a quick note here, it's kind of interesting in the video. You can kind of see as David Blaine was pushing the card, LeBron sort of kind of came behind him and saw him placing the card, and he's like, oh, LeBron said to David, oh, you're kind of placing it like 7 cards down, sort of calling him out in a sense. But David Blaine just, brushed it off and nobody really noticed. But what it is, so that is very important when you're placing the card in. Make sure your spectator's not like looking super close, or else they'll see the gap. So you have your separation here. You obviously need to hold it. You need to get into this grip and maintain it after the card is put in. And this is the part of the trick where you're going to ask your spectator some questions. So the first question you're going to ask them is, what was the suit of your card? In this case, our suit of our selection was hearts. Your spectator's going to say hearts. And you're going to tell them, okay, we're going to remove all the hearts from the deck. You can just say that, snap your fingers. Now, the next thing you're going to do is list off the remaining suits that you have. So obviously we have clubs, spades, and diamonds left. And you need to end with diamonds because that is the suit that we chose for the trick. And the way you want to phrase this question to your spectator is tell them, which suit do you want? You don't want to say, which suit do you want to eliminate? You just want to say, which suit do you want? Because if you phrase the question in the way, which suit do you want to eliminate? They say diamonds. It's going to be kind of hard to adjust to them saying diamonds if you're eliminating diamonds, but you only have diamonds left. And just a quick note, in the video, you will notice that David Blaine phrased the question to Anthony Davis in the form of, which suit do you want to eliminate? I'm not really sure why he did that, because if Anthony Davis said diamonds, the trick may have gone, it wouldn't have gone wrong. It just, David Blaine would have had to kind of readjust his story as to how he had diamonds only left in the deck. So remember, you want to phrase the question to your spectator, which suit do you want? And let's say our spectator says clubs. You're going to say, okay, all the clubs are gone. Then you're going to go to your other spectator or ask the same question to that spectator. We have diamonds and spades left. You just say, which one do you want? Let's say they say spades. Boom, all the spades are gone. Then you're only left with diamonds. But let's say your spectator says diamonds, or the suit that you are using for the trick. Let's say the first time you ask them, okay, what suit do you want? They say diamonds, and you still had clubs and spades in play. All you're going to say is, okay, you chose diamonds. Snap your fingers. You're going to say, okay, we got rid of all the other suits except diamonds. So you guys can see what I'm talking about here, in that you need to eliminate all the suits that are not the one that you chose. Once you get down to that, and you can do the reveal in a couple ways, you can kind of just press down like this, and it, right in front of your spectator's eyes, it seemed like the deck completely shrunk down. You can sort of do what David Blaine did. He kind of rubbed the cards like this, and you can see them shrinking right in front of your eyes. That has a very powerful effect. Either way, you're going to shrink the fan down of cards. So now you only have 13 plus their selection, and you're going to show them we have only diamonds left, which was the suit that you ended on, your spectator ended on, plus their selection right here, and they will be completely blown away. And also, just a quick note, in the video, you'll notice that David Blaine, when he asked the question to LeBron, he phrased it in the way that you guys are going to want to phrase it, by saying, which suit do you want? But LeBron kind of was like, oh, which suit do I want to eliminate? David Blaine was like, yeah. And then LeBron luckily said clubs, not diamonds, or else, like I said before, David Blaine would have kind of had to change the story of how he was going to finish the trick, because he chose diamonds as the suit. So I hope that made sense. This trick is actually not too difficult to perform. It does have a very powerful effect if performed correctly, and you guys, do not get caught palming off and putting in your pocket the rest of the deck, and you get into this position with the remaining cards here quickly, kind of in this fan move like that. Make sure you go out and practice before you perform, to a group of spectators, because you do need to get the moves down quickly and make sure you're performing them cleanly, before you go out and perform to your spectators. Let me know if you have any questions about this tutorial. It's, like overall, not too difficult of a trick. You still do need to practice. And make sure you're asking the appropriate questions with the suits of cards for your spectators, so you end with the suit that you chose at the start. So that's going to wrap it up. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Definitely give this trick a try. Make sure to check out the link in the description to my Amazon page for decks of cards. I'll have a link in the description to this deck if you guys are curious. Thank you for watching. I will see you all in my next video. Peace out.